enjoy your journey. Hello. Thank you.
Bonjour. I am Quentin Poirot, and I am told there's been a murder of Brexit. I know. The impossible should not have happened, but it has. The Brexiters, they point the finger of suspicion at the PM. And there has been evidence of a cabinet mutiny last weekend. And on Monday, Madame May was trying to ride out the bumps.
This is the time for cool, calm heads to prevail, and it's the time... And it is the time for a clear-eyed focus on the few remaining but critical issues that are still to be agreed.
The Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, faces a simple and inescapable choice. Be buffeted this way and that way by the chaos of her own party, or back a deal that can win the support of Parliament and the people of this country.
There are certainly a lot of Brexit accusations being thrown around. I will have to speak to every single one of you.
Someone came into my room last night. Could it be connected?
That was probably just Michael. Rest assured, I will find out what has happened. I am the best detective. God, where are the mushrooms?
The Cabinet have been treated a bit like mushrooms, to use an old army expression. They've been kept consistently in the dark and fed something unpleasant. So now I think is the time for the Cabinet to take the opportunity to assert itself.
Everybody calm down, nothing to worry about. We'll have the Express running up again shortly.
I hope that was not the troublesome Irish backstop buffer. It has caused others quite some consternation.
We want to work with the Conservative and Unionist Party. But if there was a suggestion that the union, our precious union as the Prime Minister describes it, would be broken up or fractured in any way by the Conservative Party, then clearly we would have to say, well, how can we continue to implement your domestic agenda?
So the PM is not on the train?
No.
So, if she is not on the train and the murderer is amongst us, maybe she is not the murderer.
Monsieur Poirot, I thought you were a detective. She's in Brussels.
Oh, I do hope she has not agreed to a longer transition period.
A further idea that has emerged, and it is an idea at this stage, is to create an option to extend the implementation period for a matter of months, and it would only be for a matter of months.
And Donald Tusk is not here either?
No.
Good. I do not argue with obstinate men. I act in spite of them.
What I can say today is that we are in a much better mood than after Salzburg. And what I feel today is that we are closer.
This prolongation of the transitional period probably will happen. That's a good idea. It's not the best idea the two of us we had, but I think that this is giving us some room.
I will have to come back to this murder mystery. There are too many distractions at home with the budget just down the track. Makes me wonder if we can afford this moustache. There are students and lecturers marching on Westminster, and now a problem with the delay to the universal credits rollout.
It's not going as well as we're told in the House of Commons, where some women have taken to the red light district for the first time. Might she come to Birkenhead and meet those women's organisations and the police who are worried about women's security being pushed into this position?
We need to work with those ladies and see what help we can give them, from the work coaches right the way through to the various charities and organisations. In the meantime, I might add that perhaps he could tell these ladies, and the work coaches can, that now we've got record job vacancies.
Saudi Arabia is under pressure from its allies this week after the disappearance of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Turkish officials have accused the Saudis of brutally killing him at their consulate in Istanbul. But President Trump sounded caution.
If you look at Saudi Arabia, they're an ally and they're a tremendous purchaser of not only military equipment, but other things. When I went there, they committed to purchase $450 billion worth of things.
Here, there were calls to break ties.
We would stop selling arms to Saudi Arabia in current circumstances until they change their ways. And frankly, we need to be able to stand up to the Crown Prince, and we need to make it perfectly clear. Instead of inviting him over and rolling out the red carpet and fawning all over him, we would be making it clear that we disagreed.
Oh, it's a terrible nightmare again. Oh, Big Bad John. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. But word is, he will be going next summer after a critical report into bullying at the Palace of Westminster. He says he's done nothing wrong, but some MPs want him on the next train to Siberia.
The report is clear that there needs to be a complete change in leadership at the most senior level, including you, Mr. Speaker.
How can we encourage Mr. Speaker to stop this behaviour?
Is it also not clear from some of the contributions we've heard from some of the benches opposite that some of them at least are motivated by personal animosity towards the current Speaker, who is not in a position to answer back?
Zoot.
Monsieur Poirot, passengers, we have reached our destination. And there's been a miracle. Brexit is not dead. Perhaps just a little bit delayed.
This week, they have wasted my time once again. The divorce bill is in the post.